everybody. Coach Washington, Let's Talk Football. Today we're talking about the Apex Edge Surf Drill. Okay, it's a lot of words. Long story short, teaching the Apex defenders, okay, to set the edge, okay, surf the edge and set that edge for me, okay. Um, in order to play good defense, you have to have somebody that's going to set the edge for you. Generally speaking, it's our apex defenders. Um, there are other times where we designate other people, we switch it off, this, and that, da 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 da. Okay, but so these apex defenders, their eyes, okay, there's nobody there, but we're just using the trash cans. But their eyes or their key is the end man on line of scrimmage. That could be a tackle, that could be a tight end, whatever that may be. That's where he's going to get his run pass indicator from. Okay. If this guy fires off the ball in any capacity, he fires off here, straight block, down block, okay, or even tries to get outside and does a reach block, okay, some of that nature, all right, he's triggered, okay, because that's telling him right now it is a run, okay, all right. Now, yes, that does make him susceptible to RPOs. If he's going to trigger when this guy does this, if they decide they want to read him and get in a little bit of action right behind him, we have answers for that. Okay, won't necessarily discuss them on this video. All right, but we do have answers in case they do decide to get cute like that. All right, but generally speaking, he's going to read that end man on line of scrimmage. Okay, all right, and he's going to come up in set the edge for us. His goal is this ball carrier cannot get outside of him. Okay, all right, he wants to keep that football inside and in front. All right, so as this ball carrier approaches him, he wants to make sure that he approaches this hip, the outside hip, okay, of this ball carrier, and not let that ball do this number here. Okay, if it does that number, that we're in trouble. We do have defenders out there, but it's a corner, it's a safety. He's sitting at 10 to 12 yards. The corner's reading the wide receiver out there, so he's working. You know what I mean? So we don't necessarily want that, right? So we're gonna try to keep this thing bottled up, all right, so that ball can't get outside on us. Okay, so this guy, boom, he's reading, boom, here's my indicator, boom. All right, there you go. Be good with my feet. Very similar footwork, okay, that you would have as a linebacker, okay. Yeah, this is an apex defender, which is a hybrid type of guy. This is a guy that we were asked to come down in the box like he's doing right now and offer run support. We're also, from time to time, roll him up high and ask him to play on the hash and be a safety. And then there are times where, hey, listen, I'm gonna ask this guy to play man-to-man coverage. So he's that ultimate, I guess what you could say, Swiss Army knife, so to speak. I'm asking him to do a lot of different things at times, and so those guys are our hybrids. Okay, all right. See me here, just telling him how I want him to make sure he's using that near foot, near shoulder technique. Okay, all right. Boom, boom, boom. Didn't quite get the straddle like I wanted him to. Okay, all right. As he see it, he should look the way I looked when I was quote unquote surfing. All right, don't talk about my bad knees and don't get old. All right, but should we were having that near foot, near shoulder. All right, and if that guy decides he wants to bounce that ball outside of me, I'm keeping my hips open. So if he decides to bounce out here, then I can just put my foot down and go run him down. If that makes sense, right? If he tries to get here, okay, all right, just go ahead and collapse down. Okay, take away that hip from him, take all the air out of that gap, okay, and get the guy on the ground. Okay. All right, but he's got to be good with that. Got to be good with that. Okay. All right. All right. Again, he's reaching too. I don't like to reach. We talked about that. Gotta make sure you have good feet. Tackle with your feet. We don't tackle with our hands. We tackle with our feet. Not terrible right there. Not terrible right there. Good patience. Make sure I'm attacking that outside hip, keeping that ball inside and in front of me. Okay. Keeping it inside and in front of me, and I'm meeting him at the line of scrimmage. Okay. All right. He's trying to get physical out there. Ain't got no pads on him, man. Slow it down. All right, but you get the gist of the drill. You get the gist of the drill. Go. All right. Not terrible. Smaller athlete right here. All right. But very athletic. Does a really good job. Scrape, scrape. Okay. All right. And then getting in on that hip. Okay. We're just tagging hip, obviously, because we ain't got no No pads on, so. All right, overall, not terrible. Not a terrible rep. Okay. All right, let's see here. All right. So, not terrible. The only thing I don't like is his first move kind of took him too far inside as far as I'm concerned. I'd rather that be more on a 45 because he winds up having to adjust out. Honestly, that's a practice scout running back right there, scout team type running back. All right, a Friday night back just might get outside of him on that because of that poor angle that he took at the beginning of the rep. All right, next rep. At some juncture too, we gotta go ahead and attack. Go ahead and attack. Might be a little bit too far inside for me, for my liking, to allow him to bounce it out just a little bit more. All right. Once it's declared, I can go ahead. I can just go ahead and attack that hip. You know. All right. I know. I don't like his footwork. Okay. Boom. His hips are closed down. Okay. See, his hips are closed. Right. So now he has a good angle. So the angle that he's coming at is not bad. All right. But if this guy does a back juke or, something, and he gets to the point where he's going outside, he now has to drop step to open his hips back up and then get into a run, okay? Which is ultimately going to put him in a position where he's not going to be able to make that play, okay? All right. Good angle, okay? Bad footwork, bad feet. And then I reach that in, okay? Run the rep back. Ugh, it got worse. I'm not sure what that is, okay? You know how young this is. Ski man, he all over the place. He all over the place. You gotta get him under control. Okay? Gotta get under control. So now here, all right, boom, that's a false step. All right, let's look at that. Define false step for you real quick. Those of you probably already know, but you'll hear it again. Okay, do never step backwards, boom, to go forward. All right. Playing defense is all about efficiency. You need to be efficient. That was not an efficient key step because he false step. He stepped backwards to go forward. Okay. All right. Once he gets going, he's going. Okay. Don't like his feet placement. Right. Remember, we need to be near foot, near shoulder in that straddle position. So his left foot should actually be his lead foot with a right foot trail. Okay. All right. Which is why, like right now, boom. Okay. Again, we're talking about a scout team, a guy who plays linebacker, giving him a look as a running back, an actual running back. There's no way he's going to make that tackle. That guy's going to get outside of him. You know what I'm saying? All right, he's just in a bad body position, not really able to make that play. Okay? All right? So got to fix his feet. Okay? That's why we drill. Okay? But it's a really good drill. Do it obviously from both sides. Work from the right side, work from the left side. Okay? All right, good job. We're here, guy here kind of understanding, keeping that football outside and in. Working on a pretty good 45-degree angle, and making sure that ball carrier does not get outside of him. Okay, feet could have been a smidgen better. Okay, but he understands what we were looking for and what we were asking him on that drill right there. Okay, all right. Let's see, catch one more rep, then I will shut her down. Let's see here. Boom. Again, allows that ball to get outside of him. Okay. Too much hopping. All right. Not enough stepping and replacing. Too much hopping, not enough stepping and replacing. Okay. All right. But he does have himself, he should be able to make that tackle in theory. Okay. All right. Based on the way he's approaching that. Okay. Could have been a little bit more on that outside hip. You know what I mean? All right. But he should be able to impact that. Okay. All right. Hey, appreciate you guys for watching. Tune in next time.